Guys, in this video, you will learn how you can save Google Form responses into Zoho Sheet automatically. So guys, if you're collecting data using Google Forms or if you're conducting any kind of survey using Google Forms and you want to save some specific details out of that form submissions data into a separate spreadsheet, this automation is for you. Here we are connecting Google Forms as the trigger application and Zoho Sheets as the action application in such a way that whenever you are going to receive a form submission, a new row will be created in Zoho Sheet, and in that row you will receive some specific details of the form submission. And guys, to make this happen, we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an automation tool, and you can set up this automation very easily without any coding. Let me show you how. So this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect, guys, and from here you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account. So guys, you can just sign up right now and you will get free automation task every month to test your automations. Okay, and guys, you have to reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect by signing in. So this is the dashboard, and here you have to click on this create workflow button to set up this automation. So guys, here you can give a suitable name to this workflow as well. So I am giving the name here as Google Forms to Zoho Sheet. Okay, and after that click on this create button and you can see your workflow page is getting ready, and here you will find these two things, the trigger and the action module. So with the help of these two things we can build this automation. So in the trigger we are going to connect Google Forms, and in the action we are going to connect Zoho Sheet. Okay, so you just have to search for Google Forms here. Here you can see Google Forms is here, select it. So guys, here you can see it is written when this happens. So guys, when an event occurs in this trigger application, this workflow will start running and the action would be the response towards the trigger. So it is saying do this. All right, so in our use case, the trigger application would be Google Forms and the trigger event would be a new response received from the form. So select this option and it will give you this URL. This is called as a Webhook URL, guys, and with the help of this we can make a connection with any external application and fetch the data out from that application. Okay, so you need to just follow these instructions written here to make this connection. You can just read one by one and follow the steps. I'm going to show you directly how you can make the connection. Okay, so guys, for that, first of all you have to open your Google form. So this is my Google form. I have opened it here in a incognito window. Okay, and with every Google form there is attached a Google Sheet in which the responses are going to be collected. So here is the spreadsheet connected with this form. You can see it is a kind of fitness assessment form, and this is a spreadsheet connected with it, and this is how you can capture the data. Okay, you can see these are the questions I have asked here in the form. Let me show you the form. The full name, email address, date of birth, height, weight, and these are the questions I have asked, and this is how we have collected the details of a form submission. Okay, so this is the form submission of any demo person I have collected to show you the demo. Okay, right, so I want to filter out some specific things from this form and send it into Zoho Sheet. Like I just want to collect the details which are these. Let me show you in Zoho Sheet. This is my Zoho Sheet, and here I want to collect these three things: the customer's name, the customer's email, and the form submission date. These are things I want to collect here. So guys, first of all, we are going to connect this spreadsheet in the trigger. Okay, so for that you just have to click on extensions here, and from this add-ons option click on get add-ons, and you have to install an add-on here which is called Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So you have to search for Pabbly Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Okay, you have to search it and install it here. So it will just take 2 minutes to install it, and you can see I have already installed it, so I did not do it again. But once you install it, guys, after that you have to refresh this spreadsheet. So this is an important step. After installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks, refresh the spreadsheet, and when you done refreshing, and after that when you click on extensions, you will find this Pabbly Connect Webhooks option readily available here in the drop down, and from here you have to click on initial setup. Okay, And under the initial setup, you will find these two fields, the webhook URL field and the trigger column field. Okay. So in this webhook URL field, you have to paste this URL that you got here in your workflow, this URL. So you just have to copy this URL. Let me just copy it. And you have to paste it here in this field. So you can see one URL is already pasted here. I'm going to remove it. And here it is asking for the trigger column. So the trigger column is that column in which you are entering the data finally here, or the final data entry column of your spreadsheet. So let me show you. This is the final or the last data entry column we have. As the data is going to arrive here in the I column, the workflow is going to be triggered. Okay. So here I'm clicking on extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, initial setup. And let me erase this already pasted URL and let me paste the new URL that we got. Okay, and the trigger column is I column. Keep it as it is. And here you can see, guys, in your workflow, as I have copied this webhook URL, here started showing waiting for the webhook's response. So this means now we can perform a test submission. Test submission means we need to bring some test data out from Google Sheets or from the form submission to here in this workflow, okay, to test the connection. So guys, to fetch the test data here, what you have to do, you just have to reach this initial setup here, and here you can see we have this send test button. So when you click on send test, the data of the first form submission that you have will be sent as the test data to your workflow. So let me click here on send test. Okay, and here you can see it is written test data sent successfully. This is the data that has been sent. Okay, now let's check. Let me check in my workflow if we got the data. And here you can see in this response received section, we got the data like this. And these are the same details that I have in my spreadsheet. You can see here only. Demo name, email ID, and all these things are here. Okay, that's how you can make the connection and check the connection. So we are done here. So click on submit in the initial setup. Okay, you can see the setup is configured successfully. Now you can close this window. And here you have to do one thing more, which is go to extensions, and from this Pabbly Connect Webhooks, click on this send on event option. Click on send on event, so that whenever you are going to get a new form submission captured here, the data is going to be triggered, the workflow is going to be triggered, and data will be sent. Okay. So after fetching the test data, now to send the some specific data into Zoho Sheet, we need to connect Zoho Sheet application here in the section step. So search for Zoho Sheet here. Here it is. Select it. Okay, and the action event would be create row. Okay, then click on connect. From here, select add new connection, then click on connect with Zoho Sheet. And here it is asking for the domain your Zoho accounts belongs to. So for that, you just need to reach your Zoho account, Zoho Sheet account. And here you can see in the top search bar, it is showing sheet.zoho.com. Okay, so zoho.com is my domain. So guys, similarly, you have to look for your account and you can put your domain here. So my domain is zoho.com. So I'm putting here like this. Okay. And after that, click on save. And it will bring you to this window. Here you have to provide some access to Pabbly Connect to make this connection. So from here, click on accept button and you will be connected with Zoho. Okay, you can see we are connected here, and here it is asking for the workbook's name. So I have created this workbook named as Zoho Google Form Responses. Okay, so you have to search for your workbook's name here, and you have to select it like this, and you can see the sheet name got auto selected here because we have only one sheet. Okay, and here it is asking for the customer's name, email, and the form submission date. So these are the three headers of the columns that we have here. Okay, these are the columns that we have here. Okay, and I want to add the details here in this sheet, and for that I am going to map the details of these three fields from the trigger step. Okay, so to map the data from this step to here, you just have to click here on this field, and it will show you the Google Forms step or the trigger step in the drop down. And when you click on it, it will show you all the data that you have received from Google Forms, and from here you can map the data like this. Similarly, map the email address And for the form submission date, let's see if we have the date. Okay, so it is showing us the timestamp. Let me map the timestamp in which we have the date and the time of the form submission as well. Okay, now you can check your connection with Zoho Sheet by clicking on Save and Send Test Request, and this test data will be sent to Zoho Sheet automatically here. Okay, let me show you. I am clicking on Save and Send Test Request, guys, and this is the response we have received. Let us see in our Zoho Sheet if we got the data. And here you can see, guys, we got the data collected like this. It is showing the customer's name, email address, and the timestamp, that is the date and the time, okay, of the form submissions. And this is the same data I have mapped here, you can see. So this is how it is going to work, guys. So we are done setting up this automation. Now, guys, you have to set up this automation only once. After that, you don't have to do anything manually in this workflow or in the spreadsheet, nothing at all. After that, after setting up this automation, whenever you are going to receive a form submission, you will see this data in your Zoho Sheet automatically like this, okay? And the workflow is going to run in the background. So guys, you can use the same workflow also, because I'm going to paste the link of this workflow in the description, and you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly. Guys, thank you so much for watching our video, and please let us know how our automation ideas are helping you in the comment section. And if you have any queries related to this application, please ask your queries from this forum link, and do check the pricing of this application from this link. And guys, we are open to ideas. If you want us that we should make videos on other aspects of your business, please do let us know in the comment section. And if you like our work, please subscribe to our channel.